Hey, what's going on, everybody? Scott here. Uh, this is finished up Finch Farm up here. If you remember the last video, I'd stopped off uh, up here. You know, I did the wind farm thing and the restaurant, little kind of food truck without the truck restaurant. And there wasn't much at the other end of the overpass here. And I finally built it all up, and I'm really happy with the way this came out. I kind of wanted to go for a kind of a Diamond City type thing here at Finch Farm with all of the different shops. That cricket freaks me out, dude. She's just weird. Just weird. So anyway, we'll start off right here. That's the Diamond City house, and I made a barbershop out of it. Kind of sunk it down a little lower, added a couple of barbershop chairs in there. You know, because I've kind of got one of every kind of shop here. We'll move down here a little bit, and I made a little storeroom out of here, kind of a storage for the different shops and things like that, and for the, you know, the people that live here and run it. Got a little chemistry booze type area over here. This is from the Busy Settlers mod. You can assign someone to that, and it works as a scavenging station. And then, of course, I've got the Raider booze still, which I love that thing. It goes with any settlement, not just the Raiders, you know, and then plenty of bottles and stuff. That's actually the snap and build configuration, but it really works good for decoration because, you know, tools hang on it and things like that. So I like using it for decoration. And then you remember that hut has been there, but I built that one and the one next to it there, and kind of built up this end of the overpass. And I've used, I think mainly for all of the buildings, I used Thematic and Practical and the J2M mods. I really love them. This one here is just another little basic shack. You saw the satellite dish up there. That's from Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture. That goes with the TV, and of course the beds from Thematic and Practical, and the Tonight You Sleep on the Couch mods for different beds. And then just kind of a basic little house, you know, and then the Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture adds these TVs, and they're interactive, so you know, you can see there, you can click, you can get down and fix it. You know, it's interactive. You know, people will work on it and things like that, just to give a little more life to your settlement. I really think it's cool. And then outside here, I've just set up a little power armor station, you know, repair spot. It's really, you know, I like the way it came out. It's really cool, kind of a scrappy looking, you know, rundown flea market type stuff is what I was going for. And then just another regular shack in there, just to give the settlers some housing, you know. I think in total I've got 21 beds now, in between the bunk beds and the Tonight You Sleep on the Couch, and then in the main Finch's house down there on the ground, which we'll go into in a little while. I'll show you the other beds that I have in there. So we'll take the elevator down. This is from the Finch Farm overpass lift mod. And then you remember I've done the fish farm over there. The boat is a fishing boat from Better Stores. All of my food comes from right here. I no longer have crops to grow in this settlement at all. I get 20 food from the boat over there, and then I get 10 food from the fish farm right there. So I've got a total of 30 food in this settlement. Even though this right here is all built outside the vanilla build border from a mod called Expanded Borders. And then that's Cricket's shop area. This one is Lucas's. And The thematic and practical is really cool about this because they have little markers that you can put on the ground for the guards and for Lucas, and they each come with their own workbench. As you see here, there's Trash Can Carla working on her scavenging workbench, and then over here in her little shop area. Because I like having each one have different spots, kind of like a Diamond City. And then, like in my Vault 88, I had Ann Hargraves franchise her business out, so I kind of wanted to run with that. And my Vault Tech rep, his main trading shop is in Sanctuary. So I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to franchise her, I'm going to franchise everybody. So I know I've already showed the trader shop in a different video, but now this is the Vault Tech reps trade shop. And then this is, I really like it. I think the trading post really came out cool, especially with having now the Vault Tech rep franchised shop here. Then I've added, some trees and some flowers and stuff, and then this is the Finch's main house. I haven't really changed a lot of it. I did add on to the porch to make it a little bit bigger, to give them kind of more of a place to hang out. And I've added the trees and the shrubs and bushes and things like that just to give it a little more feel. And I just added a new floor piece there to the front of the porch. Then inside you see here, changed a little bit on the inside. Mainly it was the beds. The thematic and practical adds all different kinds of beds, like the couple beds, and it comes with a right side and a left side, and the monk beds, which work also. Then also I'm using the Tonight You Sleep on the Couch mod, which I absolutely love because it adds beds and looks like furniture. Not a whole lot different inside the main hut. I added a few shelves and things like that, but just to give it a little more life in there. And then we'll head over, start checking out some of the different shops that I built. This one is my armor shop. I've added a little porch out front with a workbench, and then all of my shops I've used the thematic and practical just to give something else to build with. The vanilla stuff is fine, but it's so good to have more walls and different things to build with. And I put up some armor mannequins and stuff, and then thematic and practical has different stores. The counter there is the store. You can assign someone to that counter. You don't have to put down a special rug or anything like that. And then of course I've added the shelves, some do-it-yourself, which does snap to the thematic and practical shops. Makes decorating a little easier. So that's the armor shop. And there's not really an armor shop around for a franchise, but there are weapon shops that are franchised. This one is franchised from the armor or the gun shop over in Good Neighbor, Kill or Be Killed. This is Daniel Finch. You remember, he's the guy you can buy stuff from. I've actually got him assigned to the fish farm over there, but because it's outside of the vanilla border, they don't really go over there. And for some reason, he still stays over here with the hoe, like he's working crops, even though I've gotten rid of all of the crops. But, gotta put up with it. I've downloaded a expanded Settler Sandbox mod, but that still doesn't really help. You see here the gun shop, getting back to that, put out the couple of the mini nuke crates. Got an armor workbench, or a weapons workbench. That's from the Busy Settlers mod, but it looks cool having the weapons workbench there. And you can see there, Grufford's signs and posters have added the Kill or Be Killed sign that's like the one in Good Neighbor. And so this kind of goes along with the franchised shops part that I was going for. And then of course better stores have added neons, and one of the neons is the Killer Be Killed, which I really like. So it kind of gives a cool franchise look to it. That's from Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture and everything. That's actually an artillery piece that you can assign a settler to, and you can see the settler will get up and sit down in the tank, and it actually adds 25 defense to your settlement, and it works like the Minutemen artillery piece off of the smoke grenades. It's really cool. And then just some extra decorations around the outside just to make it look not so plain. And then it's really just kind of a basic weapons shop here. Jake Finch, I've actually got him assigned to the fishing boat down there, but like I said, they don't go down there for some reason, so they just kind of hang around up here, which is just weird to me, but whatever. So another thematic and practical, the counter is the shop, and then not a whole lot to do with the weapons shop. You know, a few guns on the walls, ammo for decorations and things like that. Just a basic weapons shop really, but you know, with the thematic and practical, and then Gruffage signs and posters adding the new signs and everything, it just gives, you know, it's so good to have something other than the vanilla assets to build with, because after time, you know, it's just really good to have others build with. Then this is my little clinic, hospital, surgery center for this settlement, because this is kind of I wanted this to be kind of like a main trade hub for this part of the Commonwealth, kind of like a Diamond City. So I've added kind of the big porch area, the pick-me-up station. That was, of course, that's the Raiders, but it works for everything, and it adds happiness. Then we'll come inside and check out my little clinic. Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture for the gurneys, which is interactable. They do interact with that. And then Better Stores added the computer screen there. That's actually a doctor for your character. You can log into that like a normal computer, and it will heal your character. It's really cool. Then other lots of you know, cool decorations around. That's Crimson Rider's Unique Furniture and stuff right there. Better Stores added the surgery chair, so you don't have to go to the doctor in Diamond City to change your face in the game. You can build that right here. And then between the vanilla, you know, unlock settlement objects, mods, and things like that, just lots of cool decorations to really make something cool out of your hospital. I'm really happy with the way this one came out. And I love having the different workstations. I like it. I like it a lot, especially having different walls and things like that to work with. Now this one over here, this is another one of Anne Hargrave's shops. I kind of debated on whether or not to build the shop with this. This is from Thematic and Practical 2 in the Factions section. This is out of the Brotherhood of Steel section. But you know, if you've got Anne Hargraves and you talk to her, she kind of sounds like she's not really from the Commonwealth, or she is, but she kind of sounds more sophisticated, I guess. So I figured she's the biggest tailor in the Commonwealth, so she's selling clothes to everybody, so it would kind of be that she would have a little more money than everybody and be able to afford better materials to make her stores out of. And you know, I think it just kind of breaks up everything, having something a little bit different with these pods, and it makes for a really cool shop, you know, especially with those kind of bay windows right there. I kind of wanted to go for a storefront type feel to it. And then I've got Abigail Finch running my clothing shop here. I've added some shelves with some clothes, and that's actually the armor smith bench I think that's from the Free Maker and Free Crafter mods. I really love it because it comes decorated just like that. And the settlers, they don't really use it, but you can use that to make any clothing in the game, any armor in the game, and things like that. Then I added lights down on the floor in front of the mannequins to really give it kind of a store window, storefront type feel to it. Of course, another look here at Cricket's caravan post, and Lucas is over there. So this is Finch Farm, which is not really a farm anymore. I mean, it is for fish farm and kind of a wind farm, but I kind of wanted to do more of a type Diamond City type trade caravan hub feel to this. I really love the way it came out. Then I had somebody was asking me about my defense. Now I do have a mod called BS Defense downloaded, and the way that mod works, or the way the attacks on your settlement works, is they take your settlers plus your food and they run it through some kind of mathematical calculation thing. So in the vanilla game, it really doesn't matter how much defense you have in your settlement. It's a random draw whether you lose an attack or win an attack. But BS Defense changes that to where if your defense in your settlement is above your settlers plus your food, you'll win every attack, no matter what. They take the roll of the dice out of it. So as you can see there along the top, my defense in this settlement is 192. And I have 19 settlers and 30 food. So my defense is far above that calculation. So if this settlement gets attacked, my character does not have to be here to defend it to win the attack. You know, and then my guard posts are like normal guard posts. They add 2 defense, even the ones here from Thematic and Practical. But another mod I have, the Workshop Turret Pack, adds a lot of different varieties of turrets. And I really love it because it also increases the defense of the turrets that they produce. Like that is a Mark 7 machine gun turret, and it adds 14 defense to my settlement. And then of course the tank artillery adds 25 for this settlement. So you can see there that it adds up very quickly as to how I can get 192 on my defense. And it's not just the machine guns that are different. They have, you know, Mark 1, 3, 5, and 7. 7 being the most powerful, but they also have, like, that's a plasma turret at 13 defense. I've got a few of those around. And then over here on the water tower, I know it's hard to see, but there's a couple of bubble turrets, plasma bubble turrets, at 13 plus also. And I have the, you know, the turrets spread around a little bit. You can see one there on top of my trade post. And then up on top of the overpass here, I've got a couple of missile turrets. Jump up here and I'll show you that. That's actually a shrapnel missile turret, adding 18 defense. And I like putting that one here because there are some pesky gunners over there on that overpass. And sometimes they get close enough to the edge there where that missile turret will fire at them and take care of them for me. And it's powered by that little power conduit from another mod, Super Switch Boxes or something like that. But that power conduit actually is a generator creating 60 power for everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun building it. If you guys got any questions about how I built anything, any comments, please leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I appreciate that so much. I think my next build, I think I'm going to head over to Kingsport Lighthouse, try to do something cool over there. If you guys want to see anything else, just let me know. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.